Testing, 1, 2. Testing, 1, 2. Interesting. Okay, there it is. All right, so today I was looking around and I saw two stocks that are moving up with a little bit of range. There may be something else that has range to populate afterwards, but these had range from pre-market, NVVE, and BDTX. Now I know there are some cheaper ones out moving that are like $1 and like maybe like 50 cents or something, but just looking at these, they have a lot more reason for shorts to jump on them, especially if they don't have like incredibly good news. So let's go over here and look at these. First one is NVVE. NVVE, jumping out here to the press releases. So the last news for this one was on September 13th, 10 days ago. It had a 1-for-10 reverse split, trying to keep that compliance up. And then it had some news back here on August. NVVE and Wise EV partnered to create convenient public EV charging station infrastructure in select markets across the US. All right, the other one is BDTX. That looked like it created a whole new tab. Okay. BDTX had news 2 hours ago. Black Diamond Therapeutics announces initial phase 2 data demonstration. Robust anti-tumor activity of BDTX in patients with recurrent EGFRM NSCLC who present with the broad spectrum of classical, non-classical, and C797S resistance mutations. Okay. So it's got tumor in there, so it is cancer related, but no really big things that have come out of that research just yet, but it is in phase 2. Phase 2. Good morning to everyone. Okay, let's jump back to the charts. This is what NVVE was looking like right now. Started down here at $4.50, came up and tapped $8, and has kind of been stair-stepping its way down just a little bit at a time. We'll see what happens. It is still up 83% though, with almost 10 million shares traded. So, somebody is interested in it, especially with it being a little bit higher price. A lot of retail traders like to look for the things that are a little bit higher price that can move a little bit more. If they can capture, a couple of 10-cent winners, they're good to go on the day. But we got to kind of see what this thing wants to do coming into the open. It does have a couple of wicks up here. Long wick right here from 883 all the way back down here to 718, but pumped up a little bit. Found a little bit more resistance around this zone here of 8.25 down to $8, so about 25-cent zone. And then what is this? 8.29 up to 8.75, about a 50-cent zone up there. So it's got a little bit of resistance, and then has a couple of wicks down here as well, 7.74. So we'll see what actually becomes that true resistance there. But it's slipping on down right now back towards the $7 flat. BDTX has given up the whole ghost, only up 19%. And the thing is, with these that move like this, they have to be strong coming out on Monday, especially the beginning of the week. They have to just continue being strong. But being up 17%, just not going to do it. Good morning, GD. GD is in the building. Back over here to the scans real quick. I did see Intel popping around. I'm waiting for Intel to just dump. That's what I need. I needed to dump through $20. And this is what the 15-minute is looking like right now. It had a nice move up from last week. Came in here and did all of this, whatever. I just want it to dump. That's where I want to start to even think about buying it, because I am going to be holding it long term. It does pay out a quarterly dividend. It is a market follower. So as the market's going up, it kind of is a late market follower. But it does better when it has news. It did have partnership news from last week, but I wanted to dump. That's all I needed to do is dump. So just waiting patiently to add that one to the collection. All right, let's go to NVBE, the larger time frames. So looking at the monthly on NVBE, yeah, it's been getting beat down for a little bit. Previous price down here looks like it was at around 350s, $4 somewhere up in there. But yeah, no big spikes up, and the spikes that have came up have gotten pushed down dramatically. And this is the monthly chart, so let's jump over to BDTX on the monthly. BDTX, at least it had a slight uptrend, I guess. But giving up the ghost on today, what price is it at now? 556. So it's somewhere right in here, right in there, 560-ish level. So it came up here and touched the eights though and dropped all the way back down. What was the high on this one? 736. So it didn't exactly break out of here. 736 and then fell all the way back down here. All right, in the previous month, we could see that it was red. Kind of have to see what they, wow, it's still dropping. Okay, well, that one's not really slowing down, so probably not going to be the play on the day. But NVVE making its way down to the $7 flat level with all of this previous, and these white lines, they're kind of just what I'm seeing, the zones based on the wicks. So they're not something that's just concrete, because any of these small caps can easily destroy a wick area if it wants to, if it has that nice volume. But this one has 7 million shares traded. Kind of waiting to see what it wants to do. I've been taking notes on everything that I've been doing. I've noticed that on the days that I do the worst on SOXS and SOXL is when they're not gapping. I was trading them, without gaps. I was trading them like when they're up, 0.5 and not 1% or 2% or anything. But I do a lot better on them when they're gapping. It does take a little bit more patience to wait for those days, but I think I'm willing to wait and get those nice wins on the table with some good scalps, because it's just doesn't make sense to go into a super risky trade hoping that it goes up 2% on the day. I'd rather it be up 2%, gap up 2%, gap up 4%, and continue to run to 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe even 12% with me in it, than it trying to start from zero and doing the same thing. Because at that point, it's just like it's a gamble. It could flip sides and it can actually dump, and SOXS goes up or something. The market just can be crazy. And speaking of the market, let's go look at the NQ. NQ is still holding up this 20K. I did take a trade on Friday looking for the NQ to what was I was looking for it to go up. Yeah, SOXL. And it actually ended up, let me see, where was it? Boom, boom, boom. This is the 20th. When was Friday? Friday was the 20th. Okay, so yeah, this is the day. And got stopped out on this one. It was not a gapper on the day, just kind of just doing what it wanted to do. Just got to be a little bit patient and wait for an actual gap. Right now it is 811. And we're just going to be holding around this 20K. I'm still bullish on it, which I was on Friday because of the news, just waiting for it to go to the next level. The highs up here was 20,200. And right now it's at 20,000. just about looking like it wants to go down and test that for a little bit. But again, even with the NQ, it's not gapping super strong. It's only up 26%. And on the day of that news last week of the Fed cut, it was up. The NQ itself was up like 2% or something like that, and everything that was following was up like 10%, 12%. It was moving big. So kind of just want to wait for that kind of action again and see if I can participate. MVVE still not doing much there. Kind of looking like it's drying up in volume coming into the open. Then Intel. BABA is also up a little bit, only up 1% on the day. Don't know if it has any news. Only 2 million shares traded on it. BABA. May not be that. May not be anything. Okay, yeah. Last news was September 5th. Alibaba and MasterCard team up to launch U.S. co-branded business credit card powered by Cardless. All right. Unveils game-changing AI sourcing agent helping SMEs simplify global trade. And then earnings on in August was the news there. Wow, BDTX all the way down under 10% now, or just grazed 10% and trying to hold up. But yeah, this is definitely not what you want to be playing with, going towards that $5 level. A lot of shorts. Now, the last couple of weeks, we have seen things pop on them like with a mind of their own, you know, just squeezing shorts. But now the shorts are getting back on top. Looks like we'll see if this thing blows all the way back up to 735. That would be a huge short trap. But what's the probability of that? I don't know. Especially with it only being up 10%. Who's gonna be looking at it over MVVE, right? Up 86%. Or some of the even cheaper ones that are like 50 cents right now that are up, 30, 40 cents. But we shall see. 15 minutes left to the bell. Hopefully you guys had a good weekend. Hope y'all had a better week last week than me. Oh my gosh, last week was a nightmare. I haven't made a mistake like that in a long time, but it's whatever. It's like, you know what? In the grand scheme of things, I mean, I went years without doing that. I'm like, one up. That's a one off. But it set me back on the mind to definitely get to the profits. Get to the profits quickly. Go ahead and take what's mine, especially when I'm right. Just pay myself. I'm right, you know, and I'm right a lot. Now it may be short term right, it may snap back, but I need to take that profit while I'm right. Okay, MVVE slipping back down again. Oh, let me jump into the Discord and see if I forgot what kind of stocks we were talking about last time. I know Mike had called out some, Mike D. Go see if I can look at those real quick. Okay. Mike D had called out Intel. Yeah, I've been watching Intel, and then Qualcomm. If you're not in the Discord, we do a lot of discussion in the Discord after the streams. Uh, Talking about everything in the market, what the market's doing, man. And if I take any trades, I definitely put them in the Discord and let y'all know what I'm looking at. A lot of these things. Okay, he called out Nike and Skechers. What was that? That was on September 19th, though. Nike and Skechers. Was it moving up or down? Okay, it moved up and then kind of gradually sold off during the day. And then Skechers, SKX. I don't know what those companies were doing. Oh, Skechers. Wow. Took a nice, what was this? 19th. Took a nice dump down during the day. Gapped up from 68 up to 69. Fooled everybody during the day. Yeah, we're gonna hold. We're gonna hold. Drop all the way back down. So this was a $9 drop or $8 drop, just about to the 60s, to almost 60 flat. Oh, it did hit 60 and then bounced up just a little bit on Skechers. Skechers looking real sketchy. Let's see what else. Okay, those are the main ones that we talked about. All right, back over to our guy MVVE, making its move back up into this area of previous wicks. 771 will be a breakout of that, the top of that, and I don't know how far it can go, but the news on this one was not the strongest, for sure. Almost 10 million shares traded on the day. Still behind BDTX, even though BDTX is only up 13%. This one's up 89% and still just not getting that volume in there yet. But we'll see on the open. We have about 10 minutes left to the bell. The NQ is coming on downward a little bit, which I'm not going to mess with any of this today. I need to see some gaps in SOXS and SOXL to do any plays, and I'm not seeing any gaps on today. Both of them are under 1%, so I'm good on that. MVVE snapping back, creating another wick here under this 730-ish level. I guess I could say 725 is really where it's struggling. Surprised I haven't seen Tesla. Where's Tesla? Is it just low volume today, or it's not moving? What's going on? A lot of these tech stocks, a lot of them are usually up together. Tesla only 1 million shares traded on it. Not a whole lot of attention over there. Yeah, MVVE showing us wicks and wicks and wicks. So best not to ignore a lot of wicks. It's showing you that there is definitely some danger in here. And if it's making these during pre-market, it's probably going to continue making them during the open. So, you know, easy to get snatched in. So you just got to be quick if you're going to trade it. Real quick. These snatches though, let's see, this one happened from 774 all the way back down to 730s, so about a 40-cent snatch back on that one. 750 back down to around 725, so about 25 cents. Okay, and we'll see if they're bigger snatches during the open or if they're going to start to stabilize in one area before making a large move out in one way or the other. Eight minutes left to the bell. GDTX making a slight motion back up after all of this falling. So it may do a little bit of consolidation before it continues back going back down. It just doesn't. I mean, it's got a lot of fight. This is almost $1 of fighting to do, and it's got an ATR of 47 cents right now. So we'll see once it opens if the ATR gets a little bit bigger. But on an average day, uh, and what this calculation shows is what has happened before the open of the day that we're currently on. So up until today, the ATR average true range was 47 cents per day based on the last 60 days. So we'll see how big that gets during the open, how much bigger that recalculates based on this. Six minutes left. Showing some red on the open around NVVE, or not on the open, coming to the open. Intel popping back up. Oh no. We need you to go down, brother. We need you to break down 2170. All right, so I guess I'll start looking at NVVE and we'll see if anything else populates on the other scans up here. We got large cap scanner, mid cap scanner, small cap, things that are going to be following the market, inverses of the market. So we'll see what pops up. But for right now, the market is kind of just trying to figure out if it wants to hold up 20,000. And it's not a gap or anything else like that. So no real decision making inside of it. Now, if it starts pushing one way or another, it may give us an indication of which way to play it for tomorrow. But for today, it's just not starting off good. Not starting off clear, rather. All right, so let's see what we got. Let's start looking here. 3 minutes left. Multiple wicks. Creating lower highs. Same thing with BDTX. Yeah, so far Intel is winning the day. Almost 20 million shares traded coming into the open. We got about 30 seconds left. Let's see where the ATRs come out here today on the 15-minute. Yeah, looking very bearish on NVVE coming into the open. And there's the open. ATR high up here at 775. ATR lows down here at 650s. On that one, let's go ahead and jump over to BDTX. ATR high up here at $6, lows at 523s. Okay. Working its way down. Intel, what you got? Jumped up there to the ATR high already. And kind of indecision between these two. Could go either way. Bob, a lot of indecision on this morning. All right, jumping up there to the ATR highs at NVVE, right up there to that 779-ish level, and getting through it just a little bit. But we have seen wicks and we've seen these things snap back. So I think to wait for a snapback to see where, let's see, there's a snapback. Wait for that snapback because, you know, you never know where this thing's going to go to. But still around the ATR highs. 770 still up 96%, looking like it wants to go towards 100, but we'll see if the shorts are willing to allow it to do that with almost no catalyst. Continuing to come up and shooting, getting through that ATR now. So can it hold that level of the 780s up? Mm. So the high there was 809 and dropped back almost 25 cents, and then just kind of just torturing people in here. Actually, that's what it looks like. BDTX dropping dramatically towards $5, getting on out of the game. NQ absolutely plummeting, so no cheese there. Coming up here and getting destroyed out of there. But it is not a gapper, so I'm guessing it's going to be playing ranges, and I don't want to get caught in a range. Still above 20,000 though. NVVE holding up this 780, 782 ATR now. Overall ATR on it has transitioned. It started the day at, I think it was at 80 cents or something like that, and now it's up to $1.07. NVVE breaking. I didn't even realize I wasn't on this main screen. So yeah, that's the ATR that I was looking at. It slapped this, kind of got pushed off of it, and all of that good stuff. But these levels here, I'm just going to take off because it's already proven that there's a little bit more strength there than what we were seeing. It's got this top level, which I don't need a line there either because I already got something there. 835s up 109% with 10 million shares in the game. KAVL is the another one that is halted downward. $1.30 up 124%. Don't really know the reasoning behind that. Let's go look at the news real quick. KAVL. KAVL. 33 minutes ago, Delta Corp Holdings Limited, a fast-growing asset-light logistics company, enters into a definitive merger and share exchange agreement with Kaival Brands Innovations Group Inc. Okay, and then the other news was in June, so that was quite a bit of ways away. But it does have a little bit of catalyst. I don't know how strong that catalyst is. And looking at this right now, it started the day at what 62 cents and just out of nowhere popped up here to $1 something. So I don't know, but those two are definitely over 100% and they are moving. BDTX absolutely got destroyed and is under $5 now. So going on down there, kissing the dirt. And then NVVE trying to hold up the ATR highs here of the 780s. And the NQ continuing to drop down towards the 20,000 flat. Tesla finally popped up, but doesn't have the market in confirmation with it. It's moving up though, up 3% above that ATR high four, so moved up $2, but the market is going down. We'll see if it can continue to hold 20K, but as long as it's in indecision like this, I'm thinking Tesla is going to follow the market more than not. All right, NVVE coming back down to this ATR high of the 780s, still up 100%. And another big wick. So kind of got to see where this one wants to go. This wick was from 845 all the way back down. So almost a 50-cent drop, maybe. Yeah, 50-cent drop. So you got to ask yourself, are people trapped here on a 50-cent drop? How many stops did it actually hit? And can it continue to hold? Now, this level is kind of, we can see it right here in pre-market. It reached this level too, right at the $8 here, where it kind of found a wall. And again, it is here finding a wall. So can it get back and start holding this? There's $8 again, whole dollar level, trying to hold. KAVL just opened back up, still up 127%, but much less range on it. Only a 14-cent ATR compared to NVVE with $1.08 ATR. SPY and the NQ and all of those are just playing around right now. No big moves on any of them. Everything is still green though. NQ, QQQ, and SPY are still green on the day, but just kind of up and down, real shaky. But it is Monday morning, beginning of the week, so we don't expect things to just be crystal clear unless a super big catalyst comes out on Monday. So it did hold up this level of the eights right here. and it's playing above this level now. So yeah, I wouldn't even be trading anything else while this thing is moving, because this thing doesn't even have a catalyst, yet it's moving like this. Like the catalyst is super weak. It's from like what 15 days ago of a reverse split, and it's moving like this. We got to see this thing crash and burn for it to be, giving any kind of signal to something else that actually has news. It's coming up to this top right here, which was 872, getting knocked back towards the $8 level. So that's another 50-cent rip down pull cord from 864s. It was a little more than 50 cents actually. Our shorts getting on board. Now the shorts can be like, okay, well, if this thing breaks over 868, that'll be my stop out. And I'm looking for it to just go down. No catalyst, no reason to be up. But this is how the setups went for the days that we got those big squeezes on no catalyst. Yeah, people were jumping on, jumping on, jumping on, and as soon as it broke this level of the 871s, people were jumping, and it just kept going up, kept going up. So it's up 112%. Definitely danger in it for both players. We will see who wants to be victorious. Intel ended up going on down. Tesla should be going up, still going up, even though the market is going downward. A lot of indecision. All right. Well, anyway, I'm about to jump and get to this morning meeting here, the final scans that I'm looking at. So on the small cat scanner, this is what was picked up: 200% movers, NVVE and KAVL. KAVL up 140%. Coming back up here off of this bottom that it hit at 121. Has not done an ATR break yet. ATR on this one is 159 based on the 15-minute. And if we jump over here to the larger time frame on the daily, we can see the daily ATR, which is 15 cents per day. Came down here and hit 122, and it's coming back to, for it to go green on the day, it would have to get over 148, almost 150-ish, and continue up, but the high is up there at 160. So I mean, maybe, I don't know, we'll see. We'll see what it wants to do. But anyway, if you're not in Discord, that's where we will continue any conversations. I'm about to jump out of here and get to this morning meeting. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe if you enjoy the input, conversation, and all of that stuff. And if you have any questions about anything, if you have any questions about anything that you see, definitely let me know and I can get those answered. But KVL jumping all the way up here and halting again around the 146. Kind of like a midway point, looking like it's, it's indecision, but definitely some bullish action from all the way down here at the 121s. But anyway, got to get out of here. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. I will be streaming on Wednesdays and Fridays, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I will be back on Wednesday and let you guys know how the week's going and all of that stuff. Anyway, that is it for today. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.